As always, don't forget to be checking out the infographics that go up at the beginnings, ends, and middles, because you're never going to be able to escape them, of these videos to help out and understand what is happening in Palestine at this current moment, because so many horrible things continue to happen because our government keeps fucking funding it. Sorry, our government as the United States. I don't know how much of my demographic is specifically in the United States, but our government keeps funding the genocide, and the IOF keeps committing the genocide. But also, please remember to be donating to one of our two families. Abdullah's family is at 70,000 out of 150,000 euro. $5 minimum, people, on GoFundMe. $5 minimum. Don't buy a coffee for a single day. I don't know about all you, but my coffee has been making my stomach extra upset lately. Save your stomach some upsetness, drink a water, save money from the coffee, donate it to Abdullah's family, and also Rami's family, as that is at about 5,000 out of 75,000 that they're looking for to evacuate their family of 10. So $5. $5. There's 300 and like about 60 of us. So about if all 360 of us donate $5, what's that math? I'll put that here. I can't do that math in my head. I'm sorry. But if we all do that, that's this much money. And that's pretty impressive. So make sure you're still checking out all of the infographics and also donate to our families. Hello, Friendzies. Welcome to this side of my room. I'm occasionally over here because you can see the stuffed animals. I'm occasionally over here to film like quick little things. They're usually like in the beginning of videos. Oh, and we were here when I was putting in my desk, but we're here in the corner of my room because I think you can see there's a lot of books here. And then also right here, there's a bedside table. You're balanced on like the edge of my bed frame. There's a bedside table because I'm gonna go through my books today. There's a lot here. And also this is double layered, the bedside table. We're gonna go through my books because you ever have that time in your life where you're like so stressed about like everything going on around you and you're like, what can I do to make this better? Completely clean out everything. I'm doing that a bit. I'm doing like a full like life clear out because I can't control anything else that's happening to me, so I can control this. So we're going to go through, it's like, you'll get to see like my book collective, basically. But also you're going to help me clean stuff out. Also, these are the books because these are beside my bed. Like I said, you're braced against my, like my bed frame. These are the books beside my bed. And I think I've said this in a video fairly recently that when I like get a new book, when I buy a book and then just leave it at my bedside, I don't put it on the bookshelves that I film in front of until I've read it. So we have a problem because all of these need to be read. So I guess I'll just start. Oh, I don't know anymore. I know for a fact that like, oh, you know what I wanted to do too? I wanted to get, this towel off my closet door because this shit's gonna be dusty and I can't handle that right now. So these I'm definitely keeping. There you go. You can read that now. It's my godchild's manga collection. I bought this a couple years ago. I got the full set, which was very, very exciting because this was a series I read all of the time when I was younger, when I was like middle school, high school, because my mom would get it from the library. And then I don't know if they just like discontinued them from the library or what. But I bought this full set and I read the first 3 and then I guess I just stopped for a while after I bought them, but I know for a fact that like these are ones I'm keeping. I'm also keeping these, these Fruits Basket books. This is like the old style of manga because I know you can get them now. You can get them now as like 2 or 3 books in a set, and they do it as like the big book. But once again, I had all 24 copies of Fruits Basket, and then I got rid of them one day like an idiot. And now I'm trying to recollect them. So I have 3, 4, 10, 12, 13, 14, So I'm slowly working on getting this collection together again. And also it's been just like a stupid long time since I last read Fruits Basket. So I'm like collecting them so I can read them again and keep them. Because Fruits Basket is one of those animes that you just grow up with and then it like stays with you forever. What is this? Ooh, it's gay. Ooh, it's gay. Melinda Lowe. It says, the love story that transformed a genre. Ash dreams of only escaping to the world of fairies, but when she meets the king's huntress, her heart begins to bloom. Ooh. See, I'm going to have a problem. I'm going to be reading the backs of these books so absolutely intrigued because I've had them by my bedside and haven't looked at them or touched them in a long time. So then I'm going to want to keep all of them, and it's going to defeat the purpose of this video. I have a lot of books here mainly, but I think there's some there that are part of series that when I was reading them, like when I started half of these series, they hadn't come out with like the rest of them fully. Like I remember, because I have them right here. They're right here on the end, so we'll get to them in a minute. But I started reading the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children when I was a senior in 2014 in high school. And I read, it was like one of the last days of school, so I was just in a class where we didn't have any projects because like the seniors leave school early. I was sitting in a class reading my book, and it was I can't read it from here, but it was the second book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series, and in the back of the book it was like next novel coming sometime next year, and I was distraught because I ate up that book. So I have a lot of books of series here because I have Layer of Dreams, I have Before the Devil Breaks You, a Diviner's novel, and I have The King of Crows. And these are all part of the same series. That's crazy. Maybe it's the result of being poor my entire life, but I feel like hardcover is more durable and lasts longer. And I don't think that's a bad thing to say. I think that's actually very valid of me. This is not going to go the way I want it to go because I'm going to find so many books that I want to keep and I'm not going to get rid of a single one. This is where I'm going to have an issue because I don't know which one it is 100% for sure off the top of my head because I know I didn't watch the new series or anything. But Rick Riordan, Uncle Rick, I know we all love Percy Jackson, but Rick Riordan is either a Zionist or a Zionist apologist, which we don't fuck with. However, I already own these books. This stack right here, you can see it in frame, this stack and this stack are all of the Percy Jackson universe books. Because I have Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I have a paperback box set of those already. I've read it. I did a whole video about reading the Percy Jackson series. It was a whole thing. I had an OC on TikTok, right? So I have hold on, what is the exact title? It's the Kane Chronicles, the Kane series. I have that. I have Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and then the Heroes of Olympus. I have the Lost Hero to the Blood of Olympus. I have Magnus Chase, and I have the Trials of Apollo. I also have the Sun and the Star. I already own all of these. I think because I already own them and I wouldn't like be paying money to get them. Does that make sense? I think I am going to keep them. I just like I don't love that. I don't love the fact that Rick Riordan decided to be a shitty person. Because even if he's not a Zionist himself, but he's a Zionist apologist, that's just like super fucked up. Apologist for people that are committing genocide. Like, what the fuck, dude? But because I already own them, and I didn't buy all of these. I think my mom got a lot of them for me from the library and like from second-hand places, but I've had them for a while, and I've had them before I found found that out about him. So I think for now I am going to keep them. It's just going to be, I guess, whether or not I decide to read them at the end of the day. I think if you're super, super invested in the Percy Jackson lords, oh my god, wait, what? Why is a bookmark in here? I have a bookmark right before Leo Valdez and the Quest for Buford. Oh my god, this is the old artwork too, because look it, that's Jason Grace. I'm gonna take my bookmark out because these are gonna go in the hard maybe pile. It's a fucking, do you guys remember when I had a Marvel phase and I wouldn't shut the fuck up about Marvel all the time? That was a gift from one of my friends when I was in my Marvel phase. These are gonna go in maybe. Did I talk about this? I feel like I've talked about it in a video, but I don't remember. I want to go through the books that are on my bookshelf and reread them and decide like what of those I want to get rid of and keep. But then I have all of these and I have library books. You know, The Bone Witch. It's autographed by Rin Chpeco. It says autographed copy. Where's your autograph? Oh, yeah. It's like in gold pen, so you can't see it anything. Do we know this author? Do we fuck with this author? Do we support this author? Do you see their signature? I think I bought this one time at Barnes & Noble because it looked good, The Heart Forger, and then didn't realize it was part of a series. I meant to say this, especially mentioning Rick Riordan. If any of these authors, like if you see the books or if you see the authors and you're like, hey, wait, hold on, Sharky, you probably don't want to read that because you don't support Israel or Zionism or any bullshit like that. Please let me know in the comments. I would love to make sure I get rid of anything, regardless of how like good the book sounds. If we find out that any of these authors are shitty people or you recognize these books and they're by shitty people, let me know and I will be more than happy to get rid of them. God, I have too many series. I don't know. You guys let me know because like I said, I didn't spend money on these recently or anything like that. These are books that I have had, like they're covered in dust and grime and I know that I've had them for a while. But if we're saying fuck that, just get rid of them, I will. I didn't watch the show. I was like really excited. That's when I found out that like he was, I don't remember if he's like a Zionist or a Zionist apologist. It doesn't matter. But I didn't know Uncle Rick was kind of shitty until like right before the series was going to come out because I was so excited to pirate it on Disney. I was so excited because I was like, fuck Disney Plus, man. And that was before I knew about Disney too, because I was just like, I don't have the prescription. I don't have the prescription. I don't have the subscription. And also I'm not paying that. So fuck that. I can't wait to like pirate it. I was like looking on TikTok, like hoping that somebody was going to have like a way to pirate it. And that's when I found out that Uncle Rick was super shitty. So I was like, fuck, man. And obviously never watched the series. And then, I don't know, when did I make that book talking about me finishing reading Percy Jackson? Because that was the last time I picked up any of the Percy Jackson books, but I have had these, like I said, for a while. So I don't know. I think it helps that I didn't spend money on them. I think that's a big plus. You know what I might do? This video is already 23 minutes long, and I feel like it's just gonna get worse. I'm gonna go through, and if there's like something especially funny or wild, I'll come back to you. And also I'll show you at the end, like what we're getting rid of. Okay, you're in the same place, but I'm not in frame. We're in the, hold on, let me try. We're in this. We're in the bedside table. I am getting rid of 2 so far. They're definite yeses. This random manga, Selfish Love, and it's volume 2. I think my mom just brought this home because it was gay. It has explicit content, parental advisory on it, which is fair. That is something I would read. I have one gay manga. It's 2 books, and it's called like Love Nest or something. I'm also getting rid of The Geography of You and Me by Jennifer E. Lee. I'm doing good. I've gotten rid of 2 books so far. But I wanted to pull you in for this section while I like crouch to be in frame. I wanted to pull you in for this section because I have these 3 books at this very top section here. They're so dusty, which are books that I have read at some point and was going to reread them, but let's decide together if they're like worth keeping. Also known as Rowan Pohi. Bobby Steele and his friends, Big Poods and Marcus, are bored waiting for 10th grade to start at dreary Riverview High. So the idea of inventing an imaginary kid and writing up an application for him to attend Whitestone Academy, a fancy prep school, is kind of appealing. Creative even. Name, Rowan Pohi. Grade average, hobbies and activities, a letter of recommendation from a non-existent football coach, no problem. But then surprised, Rowan's application is accepted. The boys agree that it's time to back off and put the whole prank to rest, but Bobby is having second thoughts. Rowan has a chance at everything Bobby wants, and Rowan doesn't exist. Why shouldn't Bobby claim it for himself? I don't know if I care about that. I read it years ago in high school, and I think maybe it should stay in high school, because I'm rereading that and it doesn't have any appeal to me. 2011, yeah. Read it in high school and I think it deserves to stay in high school, because that, I have no interest in that. We have the beginning of everything. Everyone gets a tragedy. Ezra Faulkner was supposed to be homecoming king, but that was before his girlfriend cheated on him, before a car accident accidentally shattered his leg, and before he fell in love with a new girl, Cassidy Thorpe. I don't know if that's enough of a hook for me, to be honest. Because, okay, so the thing is, I'm getting rid of, like, these as compared to The Babysitter's Coven. These Witches Don't Burn. The Museum of Intangible Things. Like, it's not interesting enough. It's really not. And this one. This was a book we read in school. Hold on. It's about, is this based on a true story? I don't remember. 2004. Yeah. We read this in school. It was early high school or like late middle school. I don't remember exactly. Is this based on a true story? Kira, glittering, shining, glittering. That's how Katie Takashima's sister Lynn makes everything seem. The sky is Kira because the color is deep but see-through at the same time. The sea is Kira for the same reason, and so are people's eyes. When Katie and her family moved from a Japanese community in Iowa to the deep south of Georgia, it's Lynn who explains to her why people stop at the street and stare, and it's Lynn who, with her special way of viewing the world, teaches Katie to look beyond tomorrow. But when Lynn becomes desperately ill and the whole family begins to fall apart, it is up to Katie to find a way to remind them all that there is something glittering, Kira in the future. I don't remember if this is based off of a true story or not, but it's I could be wrong. I could be misremembering this, but it's about a Japanese family living in the United States, I think just shortly before or just shortly after, like Japanese internment camps. And I think they move from Iowa to the deep south because of like the ramifications of internment camps and everything. So, like I said, whether it's before or after that, and it's like, you know what I mean, like the fallout of afterwards, I remember reading it and being like very, very attached to it. I think this is going to go in the maybe pile, because I think I had I read it in school, got it because I wanted to have every book that I read at school, because it was like my plaque of like, look what I've done. My grades didn't match, but all of the books I read were what like my little awards. This is going to be a maybe. I don't know about that one just yet. I'm so sniffly because of the dust. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. It doesn't feel interesting enough. I'm sorry. I need to show you all a fucking relic. Can we focus for a second? I need to show you all a relic. Burn for Burn by Jenny Han and Sivan Vivian. I also have Fire with Fire. And I have Ashes to Ashes. These feel like a relic. What's the date in here? Hold on. 2014. These feel like a relic from ancient times. I feel like I have to keep them because even if I read them and hate them, you know what I mean? I feel like I have to, because these were so iconic back in the day. We're gonna have to. So the keep so far is all of this. I have some here, and then it's these bad boys. Not counting the manga, because I'm not counting the manga right now. But you know, I'm getting rid of some stuff. This is the maybe pile. Don't mind this, but we're working on it. We're getting there. These are moved. Series, I mean, those are like still series, but I tried to put like series there. We're keeping these, but these are paperbacks that we're keeping. We have like these stacks, these are keeping. But look at that. Look what I'm getting rid of. Look at me. Look at me. I'm doing it. I have, you can see her butt, but I have my helper in there. We're going to be doing this angle for right now because I had to leave. I had to stop in the middle of doing this and go run some errands and cook dinner and do some stuff around the house. So now we are just like, the phone won't balance anymore. I really want it to, but it won't. So we might have to, actually, hold on. Okay, you might be balanced with my stuffed animals instead of on my bed. Oh, look, you can see this part of my room, which you never get to see, but we're doing it. I'm trying to do this top shelf of the table. And maybe even the top of the table, because there are books on that as well. Oh, I'm gonna burp. I just had dinner, so I did not intend for this to be an all-day affair, but I did start this super late when I knew I had to leave the house in the middle of it. So I also got photo card mail. So then, of course, I had to take extra time to open up photo cards and everything. So I'm watching a stream while I'm going through this, but I will check in periodically. But that's where we're at right now. My cat's in this bag. And I'm sneezing like crazy because all of these books are covered in dust. So anyway, hello. It's even later now. There's so much dust everywhere, but you can't really see. I'm trying to like, we're keeping things, but I can't flip the camera. Hold on. I'm starting to move things around. I feel good about this because we have all this space and we have all this space now. So I'm going to try to like, because the ones that are here right now are like gay, you know? I also meant to like film much more of the actual process of me going through books and talking about different books. But as I was doing this, I was like, kind of want to watch something or listen to something while I do this. And because I film on my phone, I decided I was going to watch stream instead of film. But I'll show you guys the like finished product. I wanted to check in and talk about just the stacks of stuff everywhere. There are like some books that I'm not sure about. Like these would probably both be maybes, and I've had these both forever. This is 2014, so I've had this for forever. And what's this one? The Way We Buried Our Souls by Willa Strayhorn, 2015. Yeah, so like a lot of these books I've just had for longer than I've probably needed to. And like these I'm not super sure about, but I'm more sure than like the maybe pile, which there were only right there. There were only 3 maybes. 4 maybes? I think 4. Only 4 maybes. And I am getting rid of like you can't see, but like these ones that are on the floor right here, and then there's a stack next to it. Oh, I was like, oh my god, what are those? It's my library books. I have 3 books from the library as well. So I have some kind of weird organization idea in my head, and I don't know what it is. Oh, are these? These are paperbacks, and we have more paperbacks. Yeah, I have some like weird kind of organization idea in my head of like how I want to group them. Oh, look at this one. This one's from my local library. The Mysterious Howling. The Incorrigible Children of Ashton Place, The Mysterious Howling by Mary Rose Wood. This is from the library because it's got like stuff and stickers on it, which is crazy. Book Scavenger, some kind of spark. I still have this one. I did a book haul of this one of Blackout from Forever Ago. Oh, it's a Barnes & Noble exclusive, includes special content. And then I just never read it. It went in the pile and I just never read it. There's like a lot. I have kind of an idea. So I'll get back to you. Okay? Okay, wait. The lighting is super garbage, but look. This looks so much better, and I feel like these will be, like, easier to grab. Also, where did it go? Right here. This fucking absolute relic. I only have volume 5 because my mom randomly found it, but I also was obsessed with D and Angel. But this is, like, my paperbacks and my manga. There's more back there, and these I have for, like, easy access because these are ones I want to read soon, crossing my finger. But, like, look, I kind of have, like, organization here. So the ones back there are, like, specifically gay. And then these are all, like, weird and, like, possibly witchy, possibly occult. Like, I don't know. Ooky spooky, but without being horror. And then the, like, series and stuff down there. And then, I mean, please ignore the trash and the dust. I'm going to clean that. But now the top of my bedside table actually is usable, which is crazy. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I feel, like, good. I feel like we're very successful. Okay, the maybe pile. It's Kira, Demigod Diaries, Percy Jackson thing, and Greek Gods. I'm probably just going to get rid of them because they've been in the maybe pile all night and they haven't moved. All of this we're getting rid of. And then I have my library books don't count. But I have Cackle. I have Spindle's End. And then I have Call Forth a Fox. So these will go on top of my bedside table. You know what? Hold on. Those will go on top of the bedside table. That way they're like what I reach for. And I'll have like my tissues and my fucking glasses on top of my bedside table, and also actually room for my water and maybe my phone instead of just balancing precariously on the edges. I feel so much better about this. And there's also like room on the thing that you're sitting on. There's actually room here for more books. The thing is, now I have to be careful because I will 1000% justify the fact that I got rid of, let me count how many books I got rid of. I got rid of 27 books. Be proud of me. That's hard for me to do. I like having things. I like having books and having things. My hands feel so dusty, and the towel I use to dust everything off is disgusting now. But that feels good. That feels nice that I got rid of so many. I got rid of, okay, hold on, let me show you. As you can see, there's like a theme here of like what I used to read and everything. So I bought a lot of these books by Jennifer E. Smith. This is What Happy Looks Like, Hello, Goodbye, and Everything in Between. And then there's one of like the Geography of You and Me. Because I read one book by her probably the summer I got my heart broken in high school. And was in love with it. It was like, oh my god, romance, like teen romance. These two almost went in the maybe pile. A Little Something Different, Love, Fortunes, and Other Disasters, because look at how beautiful these are. Like, are you kidding me? This is literally like perfect 2010s, like book haul aesthetic. Peruse Project. Is it Peruse Project or Pursue Project? I never know how to pronounce it correctly, but she would have like, I feel like these are things she would have gotten because they're very like eye candy. These are really pretty. And they're both, you know why? They're the same publisher. What is it? What's the publisher, babe? Swoon reads books. That's wild. I'm gonna, you know what? Now that I say that, that book event that I went to, I'll go on my Instagram and see if any of those bitches. Lovingly. Bitches lovingly. Affectionately. I'll see if any of them want any of these. Because I don't know, I feel like some of these are like relics. Like the fucking Burn for Burn series, I feel like I have to read them because now that I have them and I know I have them, I feel like I have to. What if I read them and I hate them? But yeah, I guess I will cut it here because I don't know what more I can do. And I'm watching a stream also in between filming. So I think I'll cut it here. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out while I go through my books. I don't know. Don't forget our two families, Rami's family and Abdullah's family, that we are donating to and helping, trying to evacuate from Palestine and the genocide that is happening there, that is being funded by the United States and perpetuated by Israel. Don't forget about them. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and see you in the next video. Bye! Oh, next week's video is going to be funny, I think.